60 types of philodendron varieties. Looking to add a philodendron to your collection but unsure which one to choose? Our list of 60 favorite philodendron varieties will brighten up any space. Atabapoense. Scientific name, Philodendron atabapoense. Native to Venezuela and Brazil's Amazonian region, this climbing plant requires little fuss but needs vertical support during growth. It thrives in moist, well-drained soil and partial sunlight. Though reluctant to bloom indoors, it features a spathe with a purplish-brown interior and green exterior. Suitable for climate zones 9-11, it should be brought indoors if temperatures approach freezing. Bernardo Pazzi. Scientific name, Philodendron Bernardo Pazzi. Originating from the Brazilian jungles, Bernardo Pazzi is a unique, low-maintenance climbing houseplant. It features large, glossy green leaves with white veins on top and red veins underneath. Indoors, it rarely flowers, but in the right conditions, it can produce beautiful white flowers. It thrives in bright, indirect sunlight and well-drained soil, especially in growing zones 9-11. Billiettii. Scientific name, Philodendron billiettii. Native to Brazil, Costa Rica, French Guiana, and Guyana, the billiettii can grow up to 5 feet tall with leaves reaching 3 feet long. It requires high humidity, well-drained soil, and indirect bright light. Indoors, it occasionally blooms white or off-white flowers. Bipennyfolium. Scientific name, Philodendron bipennyfolium. Originating from the tropical rainforests of Brazil and Argentina, this plant, known as the horsehead or fiddle-leaf philodendron, has uniquely shaped leaves that change from neon yellow to green. It prefers small containers with good drainage and can produce creamy white spathes and green fruit. Bipinnatophytum. Scientific name, Philodendron bipinnatophytum. Native to Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, and Paraguay, and also found in the southern U.S., the bipinnatophytum can reach 15 feet outdoors, but typically grows 5 to 6 feet indoors. It has broad, bright leaves and prefers moist soil without standing water. It blooms beautiful white flowers in the spring and summer. Birkin, Philodendron birkin. A hybrid of the Congo and Imperial Green varieties, the birkin is noted for its dark leaves with bright yellow pattern lines. It prefers loose soil with organic matter like peat moss for adequate water drainage, but needs balanced moisture to avoid dehydration. Unique for possibly reverting to dark green leaves, some birkins also have varying leaf appearances. Black cardinal, Philodendron black cardinal. Native to South America, the black cardinal has large, oval leaves that mature from bright bronze to burgundy black. Its spathe flowers are dark red. This variety grows aggressively in summer and may need repotting. Vulnerable to calcium and magnesium deficiencies, it thrives in moist soil but should avoid sandy mixes. Known as an excellent natural air purifier. Bob C. Philodendron Bob C. This rare philodendron has long, narrow, serrated leaves and originates from tropical South America. It may produce pale yellow-white blooms. The Bob C prefers high humidity and moist soil with proper drainage. Regular misting or a pebble tray is recommended. Brantianum, Philodendron brantianum. Also known as the silver-leaf philodendron, this variety has olive-colored leaves with silver markings. Suitable for indoor and outdoor growth in warm, humid conditions, it should avoid direct sunlight to prevent leaf scorching. Misting is important, but avoid water on the leaves to prevent bacterial growth. Brazil, Philodendron Brazil. A hybrid native to the Caribbean, Central and South America, the Brazil has bright green and yellow colors resembling the Brazilian flag. It can revert to its heartleaf parentage if not properly cared for. Ideal for shelves, hanging baskets, or tables, it is a low-maintenance variety. Indoor blooming is rare, producing green and white flowers. Burrell Marx, Philodendron Burrell Marx. Originating from Brazil, the Burrell Marx features narrow, heart-shaped leaves in light to dark green and red, with silver or gold variegation. It is pollen-free, making it suitable for allergy sufferers. Typically reaching 2 feet in height and 2 to 4 feet in width, it has insignificant white flowers during its reproductive cycle. Callosum, Philodendron callosum. Native to northwestern Brazil, the Guiana Shield, and Venezuela, the callosum grows attached to trees or in well-drained soil. With elongated, rounded leaves, it thrives in zones 9-11, but is not frost-hardy. Unlike other philodendrons, it grows along the ground, providing decorative cover. Camposportoanum, Philodendron Camposportoanum. The Camposportoanum is a small tropical philodendron from Central and South America, prized for its unique leaves that mature into three-lobed shapes. In bright light, its leaves turn pink. Easy to care for, it thrives in bright, indirect sunlight, well-drained soil, and humidity. Ideal for climates 10 to 12, it is popular for its decorative foliage at all stages. Darklord, Philodendron Darklord. The Darklord, native to Colombia and Panama, is a prolific and easy-to-maintain philodendron. Its leaves change from deep orange to blood red, then dark green with maroon hues. It blooms with burgundy flowers in May. Beginner-friendly, it is known for its striking appearance. Erubescens, Philodendron erubescens. The erubescens, from Costa Rica and Central and South America, is an aggressive climber with green leaves and red highlights. Its deep red flowers contrast beautifully with the green foliage. It requires minimal care and can be pruned for size control. Florida Ghost, Philodendron Florida Ghost. A hybrid of the pedatum and squamiferum, the Florida Ghost starts with white leaves that turn yellow-green, then dark green. It needs consistent light, ideally 12 hours of indirect sunlight. Blooming is rare, but it may produce bright purple flowers under optimal conditions. Gloriosum, Philodendron gloriosum. Originating in Colombia, the gloriosum is also native to Brazil, Central America, Mexico, and Venezuela. Its smooth, glossy green leaves and occasional white flowers create a tropical feel. The large leaves with white, pale pink, or green veins have a soft, velvety texture. This easy-to-care-for plant grows slowly and needs repotting only every 2 to 3 years. Graziellii, Philodendron graziellii. The graziellii, with its glossy, heart-shaped leaves, grows slowly and climbs when supported. Avoid large containers to prevent root rot from excess water. It produces small, slender white blooms, but it's mainly valued for its attractive foliage. Green Congo, Philodendron green Congo. Native to South America, the green Congo's new leaves unfurl in deep red, turning to burgundy green. It grows upright with a thick stem, not climbing or vining. This plant makes a striking floor plant with its fragrant flowers in red, green, or white, suitable for homes and offices. Hastatum, Philodendron hastatum. Also known as the silver sword philodendron, this plant features striking metallic silver-blue, sword-shaped foliage that becomes more triangular and pointed with maturity. Native to Central and South America, its leaves can be grayish or pale green with a blue tinge, darkening to green over time. It occasionally produces white flowers indoors. With a thick stem, it can grow up to twice as wide as tall, offering a tropical ambiance. Heartleaf, Philodendron hederaceum. Known for its heart-shaped leaves and low maintenance, this sweetheart plant is native to Central America and the Caribbean. Rarely flowering indoors, it may produce small white flowers under ideal conditions. Its vines can grow 4 to 6 feet long, with dark green leaves 2 to 4 inches wide. It thrives outdoors in frost-free climates. Hope Sellum, Philodendron Hope Sellum. Also called the lacy tree, this plant is native to South America and popular in warmer climates like Australia and the Philippines. Its narrow green lobed leaves grow in all directions from the stem. With proper care, it can live for 20 years or more, reaching up to 5 feet tall indoors and 4 feet long leaves. It rarely produces small white flowers until mature, around 15 years. Imperial green, imperial red, Philodendron imperial green, Philodendron imperial red. Found in warm, humid regions of North and South America, these self-heading plants reach 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. The smooth, glossy leaves of the imperial red transition from red-tinged to burgundy purple, then dark green. Occasionally, mature plants may produce reddish-purple flowers. Joepi. Scientific name, Philodendron joepi. The Joepi philodendron is a rare, nearly extinct plant from the South American jungle. Its unique three-lobed leaves can grow up to 27 inches long. It blooms in colors ranging from white to purple, but needs excellent care to do so. Pruning is essential for maintaining its shape. Due to its rarity, the joepi is expensive but highly sought after by plant enthusiasts. Jose Buono. Scientific name, Philodendron Jose Buono. The Jose Buono philodendron adds a tropical feel with its large, variegated leaves that can grow up to 2 feet long and feature gold, yellow, cream, or white splashes. Outdoors, it can reach 10 feet, and indoors, 4 feet. Each leaf has a unique pattern. It's a low-maintenance climbing plant, making it perfect for beginners. It rarely flowers indoors, and its origin is mostly unknown. Lacerum. Scientific name, Philodendron lacerum. The lacerum, also known as the giant elephant ear plant, is an adaptable, low-maintenance climbing philodendron. Its large leaves can reach 20 inches long, resembling elephant ears. It thrives as an epiphyte or hemiepiphyte and is easy to propagate with stem cuttings. In ideal conditions, it produces dull red flowers with purple insides, lemon-lime. Scientific name, Philodendron hederaceum. The lemon-lime philodendron, or lemon-lime heartleaf, is known for its bright green-yellow foliage. It grows quickly, reaching up to 12 feet long in optimal conditions. It rarely blooms indoors but can show pearl-white flowers. This variety thrives outdoors in climate zones 9 to 11, growing up to 10 feet, but remains compact at 3 feet indoors. Majesty. Scientific name, Philodendron majesty. The majesty philodendron, a hybrid of P. sauteroi and P. verrucosum, features iridescent leaves with copper and burgundy maroon hues, maturing to dark green. It can grow up to 15 feet outdoors and 6 feet indoors with pruning. The leaves are sharp and narrow, reaching up to 18 inches long. Bright, indirect light enhances its color. Mamey. Scientific name, Philodendron. Mamey. The mamey philodendron, or silver cloud, has heart-shaped green leaves with silver smudges and deep veins. It's low maintenance and does not have thick, leathery leaves like other varieties. It may produce subtle, white-pale blooms with peachy-purple parts in suitable climates. Its close-node stems give it a fuller appearance. Martianum, Philodendron martianum. The martianum, or flask philodendron, is a self-heading plant from Brazil, suitable for containers or tropical gardens. It produces creamy white to dark red hooded flowers and grows 2 to 3 foot leaf spikes when mature. Its deep root system requires a large container and repotting every 2 years. Maioi, Philodendron maioi. Resembling a palm or fern, the maioi from Brazil features leaves with 4 to 6 lobes and reddish veins. This climbing plant can reach 4 feet tall with 10-inch leaves and may need pruning to maintain its shape. It rarely flowers indoors but may produce green and white spathes. Melanochrysum, Philodendron melanochrysum. Known as black gold, the melanochrysum has shimmery, green, and bronze velvety leaves. Native to South America, it climbs trees or moss poles indoors, reaching 5 feet high. Though not prolific bloomers, they may produce green and white flowers. Melanoneuron, Philodendron melanoneuron. Originating in Ecuador, the melanoneuron is an adaptable, low-maintenance plant with large, ridged green leaves. It grows moderately and requires occasional trimming and climbing support. Mexicanum, Philodendron mexicanum. Native to Mexico, the mexicanum has uniquely shaped leaves with a glossy green top and maroon magenta underside. It rarely flowers indoors, but may produce green flowers with a ruby center in its natural habitat. Micans, Philodendron micans. The micans, or velvet leaf philodendron, has green foliage with gold-tinted stems and is native to the Caribbean and Mexico. It rarely flowers indoors but requires regular pruning and support for climbing. Moonlight, Philodendron moonlight. The Moonlight is a non-vining philodendron with lime green to dark green leaves, growing up to 2 feet tall and wide. It needs bright, indirect light for vibrant colors and has a long blooming time with pinkish-red spathes, though rare indoors. Painted Lady. Philodendron, Painted Lady. The Painted Lady philodendron is known for its unique foliage that appears hand-painted, featuring bright yellowish-green leaves with green speckles and bright pink stems. As it matures, the leaves darken but remain vibrant. Although rare indoors, its flowers emit an unpleasant smell. It can grow up to 5 feet tall and 16 inches wide. Paraíso Verde. Philodendron Paraíso Verde. The Paraíso Verde, also known as Philodendron Green Paradise, has variegated leaves with a green marbled appearance. Native to the West Indies, it is a fast-growing, compact climbing plant. If its leaves turn dark green, it needs more indirect light. It grows up to 15 inches tall and 23 inches wide and may rarely produce green-white spathe flowers. Pastizanum, Philodendron pastizanum. Native to Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru, the pastizanum is a rare philodendron with glossy, bright green, heart-shaped leaves featuring white veins. It grows horizontally and can produce a large reddish spathe flower. Leaves can reach up to 2 feet wide. Patriciae, Philodendron patriciae. The patriciae, a sought-after exotic philodendron from Colombia, has dark, rippled, textured leaves. It is low maintenance and adapts well to various environments. Its colorful spathes start green, then change to white-pink, and finally to pinkish red as they mature. Flowers take up to 5 years to appear. Petidum, Philodendron petidum. Also known as the oak leaf philodendron, the petidum has uniquely lobed, bright green leaves with maroon flecks. Native to South America, it can climb up to 3 meters. It rarely flowers indoors, but can produce brownish-green spathes. Pink Princess. Philodendron erubescens. The pink princess, or blushing philodendron, is prized for its waxy leaves with bright pink and deep green colors. It requires bright indirect light to maintain its pink variegation. This compact plant reaches 2 to 4 feet tall. Its flowers are standard green and white. Ploumani. Philodendron ploumani. The ploumani has massive, heart-shaped leaves in bright lime greens, yellows, and dark greens. Native to Ecuador and Peru, it blooms rarely indoors with typically yellow flowers. It thrives in low light, making it suitable for rooms with limited natural light. Prince of Orange. Philodendron Prince of Orange. The Prince of Orange features leaves that change from bright yellow and soft orange to copper orange and red as they mature, eventually turning dark green. This self-heading plant can produce small white flowers in ideal conditions. Red Congo, Philodendron Red Congo. The Red Congo, a hybrid from crossing the imperial red with the tate, has large oval leaves that change from light green with red tinges to dark wine red, then deep green. It grows up to 4 feet tall and wide indoors and can produce a large dark red flower at maturity. Red Emerald. Philodendron Red Emerald. Native to Colombia and Costa Rica, the red emerald philodendron is a climbing plant distinct from the bush-like imperial red. Its bright, wine-colored new leaves mature to green, while red stems provide year-round color. Indoors, it reaches about 3 feet but can grow up to 12 feet outdoors. Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Also known as mini monstera, ginny, or piccolo, this plant from Malaysia and southern Thailand resembles Monstera deliciosa but is smaller. It grows up to 5 feet indoors and 12 feet outdoors, thriving in bright indirect light and moist, well-drained soil. Indoor flowering is rare. Ring of Fire. Philodendron Ring of Fire. A hybrid of tortum and wendlandi, the Ring of Fire has variegated leaves in white, cream, orange, red, and green. This slow-growing plant creates a stunning visual with unique, jagged leaves. Indoor flowering is rare, but blooms can range from white to orange berry hues. Rio. Philodendron heteroecium, Rio. This cultivar of Philodendron Brazil, cultivated in 2009 in Florida, has rare variegated leaves and is highly sought after. Easy to care for, its leaf patterns rival the pink princess and impress houseplant enthusiasts. Rugosum, Philodendron rugosum. Known as pigskin, this near-endangered plant from Ecuador can grow up to 15 feet in optimal conditions. Its thick, leathery leaves wrinkle as they mature. Adaptable to various environments, it thrives indoors with indirect light and well-drained soil. Cellum, Philodendron cellum. The cellum, including varieties like Hope cellum and lacy tree, is common in homes and backyards. Its deep-lobed, evergreen leaves provide an exotic feel. Rarely flowering indoors, it can grow up to 12 feet tall and spread 15 feet wide. Sharonii, Philodendron sharonii. Originating from Ecuador and Colombia, Sharon's philodendron has unique ridge-patterned, glossy leaves. This easy-to-care-for plant thrives indoors and can bloom with small, creamy white flowers, but it is prized for its foliage. Spiritus sancti, Philodendron spiritus sancti. One of the rarest philodendrons, this plant from Brazil is endangered and costly. It has 12 24-inch-long leaves that change from rough and triangular to dark green with age. This climbing plant is mostly found in private collections. Squamiferum, Philodendron squamiferum. Known as the red bristle, this vining philodendron from Brazil and Central America has oak-shaped leaves with red hairy stems. It blooms in clusters of white flowers in ideal conditions but rarely indoors. Subhastatum, Philodendron subhastatum. From the West Indies, this large climbing plant has glossy leaves with bright green tops and red undersides. Growing up to 6 feet tall indoors, it rarely flowers but may produce white flowers with ideal care. Thai sunrise, Philodendron Thai sunrise. This showy climbing plant has bright lime, yellow, and green variegated leaves. Growing up to 3 feet tall indoors, it is perfect for containers. Its orange stems add extra color and it rarely flowers. Tortum, Philodendron tortum. Also known as tree-loving, this climbing plant from the West Indies has skeleton key-shaped leaves and air-purifying capabilities. Growing up to 6 feet indoors, it doesn't flower, but remains popular for its unique foliage. Tripartitum, Philodendron tripartitum. Native to Mexico and Central America, this plant has aromatic stems and 3-lobed leaves. It thrives with support for climbing and may rarely produce white or yellowish flowers. Verrucosum, Philodendron verrucosum. This climber from Central and South America has velvety, heart-shaped leaves with red hairs on the stems. Known as Ecuador philodendron, it rarely flowers indoors, occasionally producing pink spathes. White knight, Philodendron white knight. With brownish-purple stems edged in white, this South American philodendron has variegated leaves that mix white and dark green. Easy to care for, it occasionally flowers but is more admired for its foliage. Xanadu, Thaumatophyllum xanadu. Also known as Philodendron winterbourne, this Brazilian plant has bright green leaves with deep splits. Easy to care for, it grows 3 to 5 feet high and wide indoors, converting spaces into tropical jungles. It rarely blooms indoors.